Hello everybody, Jan of Jan Hicks Creates here. Today I am going to talk a little bit about the queen stitch. A lot of you requested that I do a tutorial after showing you that little pin keep project with the acorns on it that were all made of queen stitch. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for you. I'm gonna take a break here, put you on my contraption so you're looking down at my fabric, and we will get started. Okay, so the queen stitch is made up of long stitches cinched in the middle by shorter stitches. And where you cinch and what vertical line you go over is what gives it the diamond shape. You can see up here, these were my little practice ones before I started the acorn piece. They are over 4 linen threads both ways. This one I did over 6. So, and again, both ways is what it ends up being. So, you know, it gives it that nice diamond shape. Queen stitch is, when I did some research on the internet, I found that there wasn't really a consensus on both how to make, well, I guess basically how to make them. There were some people that said you could do the lengths in any order. There were other ones that said, you know, start on one side and move to the other. I'm going to start on one side and move to the other. There was one that I read that talked about pulling a little bit on where you're going down and up to open them up a little bit, kind of like an eyelet stitch. I didn't want to do that too much because I don't want to pull. I'm afraid if you pull the lengths too much, even though they're cinched, that you'll lose some of the diamond shape. So come up, and I'm going to go down 6 above it, 6 linen threads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's where I go down. So the middle strands, you come up you find the middle of the length, right? So you went up 6, so 3 is the middle. So 1, 2, 3. The middle strands, you're going to cinch them here in the middle. But for the strands on the outside, you have to go out 1. So I'm going to bring my needle over 1, pull it up, and as I'm pulling up, I'm going to pull the thread to the right a little bit. And you can see that diamond shape happening. So, and this, you know, you want to tighten it down. You don't want to tighten it down so much that it ends up straight, right? You want to have a little bit of give so it has room to make the diamond shape. Okay, so now I'm going to just go down on the other side of that vertical linen thread, and that cinches that long thread into place. I'm going to come up again in the same place, go down in the same place, and you can see for this side I'm coming up in the clean hole. So again, come up with the 3rd hole down. My thread is a little bit loose, pull it, and as I'm pulling it, now this one is essentially, just because it's the middle, it's essentially just going to be straight up and down, and go down in the dirty hole. So I'm going to break a rule here a little bit though to do the other half, because I found that in order to do that pulling thing, so I come up in the same hole, down in the same hole, but in order to do the pulling thing, I need to be coming up in the dirty hole, pull it tight, or don't pull it too tight, I'm sorry, up in the dirty hole, pulling it over to the left now, and down in the clean hole. I just found that seems to create a crisper shape than if I continue to come up in the clean hole and down in the dirty hole. So I come up there in the same hole, down in the same hole, pull my thread but leave it a little bit loose, come up in the center hole, pull it a little bit so we see that diamond shape happening, and go down. And so that's your queen stitch. And your direction should tell you, you know, if it's supposed to be made over 4 strands, over 6 strands. Now what I found when I was doing this, and you can see this is the 6-strand one, this is the 4-strand one, so the 4-strand gives you a much more elongated diamond than this more square looking one. So what I found with the acorns, you're doing queen stitches all in a row, and then you're filling in the triangles in between the queen stitches with horizontal queen stitches. And let me show you what I mean by that. It just seemed to be kind of a jumbled mess. You know, I'm doing this specialty stitch. I kind of want to be able to see it and not have it all jumbled up. So I'm going to do 6 on this one again. So I'm counting over that from the top hole where everything came down. I'm going to count over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now this is my new coming up hole. And what I'm going to do, I'm only making a half of a queen stitch here, but a half of a horizontal one. This is a vertical one. So it will create a triangle in here. So I'm coming up there and I'm going down in that hole that I used before. And this is going to be the far outside bottom, and it is going to join up with this stitch here. I need to come up here and the one above it, go under the thread so I can grab it and pull it down and form that point of the diamond. So I come back over here and go up, down in the same hole. Now I'm doing the next line linen thread up to cinch it. Pull it a little tight, pull it down so it's, make sure I have that tight enough but not too tight. And down. And then one more, this is the center line. Down in the same. Come up in the center hole. Pull it tight, but not too tight. And down. So you can imagine if there's another queen stitch here and then more of these triangles filling in all the spaces in between, it kind of lost its definition. I do like this stitch. I love the look of it. I have no problem with doing it. I think it's kind of fun. But hopefully future patterns that I do will have them formed singly or in a line or something. Maybe I'll design something using queen stitch. That should be fun. Anyways, guys, I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need clarification on anything, I will do that for you. Until next time, take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.